I remember one tweet by James Nisham when he said after 2019 ODI World Cup, when he said, kids don't take sports as a career, just quit like bakery and die at 60 and really fat and happy. And there is that moment for the Indian fans, because we know how painful it is already, and we have been this through this journey. And I think we celebrated too early as well, as we wanted India to win the trophy badly. That each and every match was so good for us. We were like, we are winning it, and now the mighty Australians have done it for the sixth time, and winning the sixth World Cup trophy by pulling off I would say, the bravest inning by Travis himself in his career. And the way he has ended up scoring 100 runs this century and then back-to-back runs, everything moved along with whatever those Aussies want. First, winning the toss and taking a decision like bowling first, and then since it is said, like in matches like this, you should be putting the score on the board and then afterwards try and restrict the team. And this is what comes for the Indian team. But then Aussies were like too good at it. They have read the conditions. They have done such a great research over it that we can see the result right now. I have Vijit Rathi with me. Vijit, I don't know how to tell and break the Indian fans' heart, because I'm already broken inside. But would you like to tell, like, what exactly are your insights over the match after the phenomenal performance by the Aussies?
First of all, congratulations to the Australian team and the Australian fans, everyone who supports the team. It's a big moment for them. 6th world title, 6th ODI World Cup title. It's a huge thing. And the next team on that list is India and West Indies with two each titles. So that's a big difference, and that shows what the Australian culture, what the system of cricket system is there, which churns out champions like these players. And as a team, of course, they play. When it comes to major tournaments, they come out and play really well. No matter how they are playing before it, whether they lose any bilateral series, anything, it's just when it comes to ICC tournaments, they are just a different team. And that's what they showed, because they started off really badly. They lost 2 matches initially. And then after that, the kind of comeback they made, nobody, I think, after they lost those 2 first matches, nobody, I think, expected them to even make it to the semifinals at that stage. So forget winning the title. So it's hats off to them. A wonderful campaign for them, and they clicked as a team afterwards. And yeah, talking about India now, Indian fans, they would be really disappointed. I think disappointed भी एक थोड़ा मतलब वो भी एक छोटा ही word है, उससे भी ज़्यादा disappointment हुई है काफी, because everyone, like, even as an Indian fan, I thought, like, the way the team was playing over the last 10 matches, like this, at least they'll put up a really good performance. Result क्या होगा पता नहीं, but maybe it could be a close game, and in the end whatever happens, result हमारे favor में ना भी आए, but ऐसा लगता था कि fight तो एक तगड़ी देने वाले हैं, and it will be a great game. But that did not turn out to be at all. And I think toss इतना important हो गया था, जिस तरह से pitch थी अभी, जैसा मिड इनिंग्स तक के देख के ऐसा लगा कि टॉस बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया था, क्योंकि इवन विराट कोहली, केएल राहुल, दे वर नॉट एबल टू प्ले देयर शॉट्स इन द मिडल. वो काफी सरप्राइजिंग था. And if you look at KL Rahul's innings, which was 66 of 107 balls. Now in ODI cricket, you can't imagine that in these current times, someone playing like that. But he was forced to play like that because एक ये भी था, विकेट बचाना भी था उस टाइम पे. 3 विकेट्स गिर गई थी, एंड वी नीडेड टू कंसोलिडेट. एंड रोहित शर्मा ने बहुत जोरदार स्टार्ट दिया था एज यूजुअल. उन्होंने बहुत जोरदार स्टार्ट दिया. आई थिंक वी वर 81 और समथिंग इन 10 ओवर्स, और उन्हीं की बदौलत दे कुड KL Rahul and Kohli could play a bit slow, थोड़ा stabilize कर सकते थे, only because of that innings. So वो एक important innings थी शुरू में. But again, what in the middle, whatever happened in the middle, which was Kohli और KL Rahul का inning partnership, वो crucial था, definitely वो crucial था. But unfortunately for India, it was very slow. And what I felt was they could have taken a few risks here and there. But again, credit to the Aussies, the way they bowled, the way they fielded. If you look at the fielding एक दो लैप्स आई थिंक थे उसमें जो ओवरथ्रोज हुए थे, उसके अलावा कैचिंग उनकी देखे, ट्रेविस हेड हु टुक रोहित शर्मा's catch, and the field, overall fielding was top notch. They were on top of the game today, and unfortunately for India, they were not actually. Even in the field, if you look at Virat Kohli, of the very first ball, if you look at Virat Kohli in the slips, it was his catch, and he could have bent down to take it, but I think he was just caught napping at that six. Somehow he was caught napping.
Green field movement, I guess, from Virat Kohli, because like the ball was
very rare.
I don't know. He had no clue what is exactly.
Yeah, because
happening.
If the ball is just passing by, it's very close to you, like it is your catch. It's very simple. Like you have to go for it. So even if you see the replay, उसमें ये दिख रहा था कि कोहली के हाथ उनके घुटने पे थे at the time of the release of the ball. He was, I think, when he had the hands cupped like this, it was when the ball was, I think, close to the batter. उसके बाद I think he didn't. It was very clear that his mind was not clearly there, and that's why he missed that catch. So अगर वो crucial वो शुरू में एक पहली बॉल पे विकेट अगर मिल जाता, कैरी होता, जो भी होता, it would have made a lot of difference, I guess. But again, जिस तरह से पिच और जो कंडीशंस थी, ड्यू हुआ काफी, आई थिंक ड्यू हुआ, उसका एक क्लियर इफेक्ट दिखा, बिकॉज द स्पिनर्स वर नॉट इफेक्टिव लेटर ऑन. इवन द फास्ट बॉलर्स, बॉल ने कुछ ज्यादा किया ही नहीं उसके बाद. बैटिंग वाज वेरी इजी आफ्टरवर्ड्स, and unfortunately India lost that very important toss, and it was really a crucial one.
Exactly, and let me take you to the match summary of the match as well, because we have to know that what numbers are saying here, as Australia has won the toss and opted to bowl first, and afterwards India came to bat, which was like not a good score to put on at Ahmedabad, as the curator has said that 315 would be a fightable total at the Ahmedabad. And then we saw KL Rahul scoring 66 out of 107 balls, Virat Kohli scoring 54 out of 63 balls, Mitchell Starc took 3 wickets by giving up 55 runs, and Pat Cummins taking 2 wickets by giving up 34 runs. And then comes in Australia to play 241 runs. The target has been chased down within by just giving 4 wickets to the Indian bowling. Travis Head scored 137 runs in 120 balls, and Marnus Labuschagne scored 58 runs out of 110 balls. And then Jasprit Bumrah took 2 wickets, Mohammad Shami took 1 wicket, and Australia won by 6 wickets. This is the first time I'm reading Australia won by this margin against India, because in this whole tournament we have been winning all the matches, and afterwards this has been the ending. But just since I was just listening to the match, and whatever the former cricketers were saying on during the commentary stint as well, they were telling when Travis had took that catch of Rohit Sharma, and afterwards another wicket of Shreyas Iyer gone to the Australian side, that was the moment when the match got turned towards Australia, and there was no coming back. And afterwards there was not even a single moment where India made a comeback. दो जब इंडिया की बॉलिंग स्टार्ट हुई तो हमने 2 विकेट बैक टू बैक लिए, और उसके बाद में हमारे पास 3rd विकेट आया, बट स्टिल देयर वाज नो सच मूवमेंट जहां पर ऑस्ट्रेलिया लैग कर रही थी, एंड अ मूवमेंट जहां पर इंडिया ऊपर आई हो उनसे. हम उनकी बराबर तक आने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, बट हम उनको ओवरलैप नहीं कर पाए. यू आल्सो थिंक्स द सेम?
या करेक्ट, इट्स वेरी मच राइट, बिकॉज जो 2 विकेट्स गिरे थे इंडियन इनिंग्स में बैक टू बैक श्रेयस अय्यर के विकेट के बाद, आई थिंक both KL Rahul and Kohli thought that we have to be careful, because उस टाइम पे कोई एक विकेट भी गिर जाता तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाती थी. And I think they did the right thing at that stage. Only thing what I felt कि उन्होंने risk लिया ही नहीं. They were very much satisfied with singles. And as you can see, 97 balls after the power play, 2 stats है इसमें. तो 97 balls तक के एक बाउंड्री भी नहीं हुई थी, 4 भी नहीं लगा था, 6 तो दूर की बात है. एंड आफ्टर दैट जो केएल राहुल ने पीछे मारा था, उसके बाद भी 70 प्लस बॉल्स लगे फॉर द नेक्स्ट बाउंड्री टू कम. सो दैट्स अ ह्यूज फिगर. सो 160 प्लस बॉल्स में आपकी एक ही बाउंड्री लग रही है, विच इज लाइक मोर देन 25 ओवर्स. तो इतना अगर आधा मैच में आपने बाउंड्री हिट नहीं करी है, सो यू आर रियली लैगिंग बिहाइंड इन द गेम. एंड ओवरऑल 4 बाउंड्रीज ओनली आफ्टर द पावर प्ले इन द इंडियन इनिंग्स. तो ये काफी अनबिलीवेबल स्टैट है, बिकॉज द वे इंडियन बैटर्स हैव प्लेड इन दिस वर्ल्ड कप, ये कोई भी नहीं सोच सकता था. तो गेम वहां पे पलटना शुरू हुआ व्हेन द विकेट्स फेल, एंड इट रियली लाइक द इंडियन बैटिंग वेंट इनटू अ शेल आफ्टरवर्ड्स. थोड़ा रिस्क लेना चाहिए था उस टाइम पे. एंड कमिंग टू द ऑस्ट्रेलियन इनिंग्स, देयर वाज हेल्प फॉर द बॉलर्स, फास्ट बॉलर्स, स्पिनर्स के लिए हेल्प था अंटिल द 15 to 20 ओवर्स के रेंज में वो तब तक के था. आफ्टर द 20th ओवर, आई गेस अराउंड दैट टाइम, उसके बाद से फिर वो बैटिंग वाज मच इजियर. और उस टाइम पे वेरी very smartly. Travis Head and Manas, they both played very smartly. उन्होंने time लिया because run rate का तो pressure था नहीं. They took their time and उन्होंने देखा विकेट बचा लेते हैं, जैसे जैसे खेलेंगे क्रीज पे टिके हैं तो आगे easy हो जाएगा, and that's what happened later on, and you can see the result what happened afterwards.
Right, and I think this is the first match itself as well जहाँ पर हमने दोनों तरफ से blow देखा. Like batting में तो obviously the way कोहली, राहुल and other batters जो लोग strike rate ही maintain नहीं कर पा रहे थे 100 का at least. उस ब्लो के बाद जब हम बड़ा स्कोर पुट अप नहीं कर पाए, then after taking 3 wickets एकदम से ड्राई स्पेल हो गया for Indian bowling as well. There was no wickets coming in our favor, and like ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑस्ट्रेलियंस बहुत ज्यादा बाउंड्रीज और बहुत ज्यादा रन्स बना रहे थे, बट दे वर जस्ट सिंपली स्ट्राइक रोटेट कर रहे थे स्ट्राइक को, एंड देन हियर एंड देयर जब मौका मिल जा रहा था तो एक बाउंड्री लगा देते थे, बिकॉज दे नो लाइक एट द वेरी बिगिनिंग जब वो बैट करने के लिए आए थे, चेस करने के लिए आए थे, उस मोमेंट पे रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट था 4.42 का. लाइक यू कैन एनी डे कैन डू दिस, लाइक 4 रन्स बनाना इन एन ओवर, इट्स नॉट दैट बिग ऑफ अ डील. दे ऑलरेडी रिलीव्ड बाय दैट कि अगर हम कुछ ओवर्स ऐसे चले भी जाते हैं जहां हम कुछ नहीं कर पाते तो भी चलेगा. सो देयर वाज पर्टिकुलरली नो प्रेशर ऑन देम टू रियली कीप ऑन हिटिंग द बाउंड्री, जबकि ये प्रेशर इंडियन बैटर्स के ऊपर था कि यू हैव टू डू इट बिकॉज यू आर सेटिंग अ गुड स्कोर एंड यू हैव टू सेट अप अ बिग स्कोर. आई थिंक वहां पर भी डिफरेंस काफी क्रिएट हुआ, बट वी हैव टू हैट्स ऑफ द ऑस्ट्रेलियंस एंड देयर माइंडसेट, how strong they are when it comes to finals and the matches like these. You are playing in some nation which is not your home ground. That nation who has their home ground is playing phenomenal in the tournament. They are winning all matches and you are playing them in their home condition, learning everything from them itself. You had a blow. Like initially when they started off in the tournament, Australia lost 2 matches. That was bad matches for them because they could not imagine losing the match like this. And afterwards, they made a comeback and never looked back. And they ended up winning the trophy. I think this is a script written within their fate that this is how you're going to do it. But I'm really like proud for the Australian cricketers because they must be really happy. This is the 6th title, not very much like जो वो लोग सपनों में देखते आ रहे हो कि यार वर्ल्ड कप टाइटल जीतना है. This is for us, not for them. But yeah, the mindset they have, this is something जो मुझे लगता है कि इंडिया में लैक करता है because of the sporting culture within the country. Because बचपन से ही when they are ought to take sport, they are just simply grown like that. You have to be mentally इतना strong जितना हम imagine नहीं कर सकते इंडिया में. I feel कि there is that thing, the sporting culture here as well, which plays the role the way Australia has played it, because it was not easy at all. I don't know क्या वो 70 मिनट की स्पीच थी उनके लिए जो काम कर गई, but it did not work for India. I'm really like proud for them. Cannot say happy for them because I'm not happy at all. But yeah, proud for them. Jeet, talking about Jasprit Bumrah itself, so Indian bowling की तरफ से there was a start for Jasprit Bumrah as well. उन्होंने कभी किसी फाइनल में विकेट नहीं लिया for India in ICC events. When it comes to like WTC Championship final, 2 finals हमने खेले, न्यूजीलैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया, कोई विकेट नहीं आया. इसके अलावा हमने एक फाइनल खेला था 2017 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान, वहां पर भी बुमराह कोई विकेट नहीं ले पाए थे, बट अब की बार उन्होंने 2 विकेट लिया. So it did not turn out well for India, but still the Jasprit Bumrah back in final. Do we see some similarities of like Jasprit Bumrah and other bowling unit as well, like trying to do well but could not end it well?
Jasprit Bumrah like similarities wise तो पता नहीं, लेकिन he always tries his best. तो अभी वो उन्होंने विकेट नहीं ले पाया, maybe it is just a stroke of luck कि विकेट नहीं हो पाया, but I think the skill level has always been there in all the matches that he has played. Only thing is आज विकेट्स उन्हें मिले, but आज इतने रन्स थे नहीं और इतना हेल्प मिला भी नहीं. The things could have been much different if India had bowled first. Then I guess in that case every bowler would have been much more effective. Pitch काफी slow था. Like if you see जितना commentators ने भी बोला और जितना हमने भी देखा screen पे कि pitch काफी slow था, and it only helped the spinners in the first innings mostly. और उसमें वही था कि if the pacers if they come on to bowl, वो cutters डाल रहे थे, slow balls डाल रहे थे, and of course the ball was reverse swinging as well. So everything clicked for them. But in case of India and Bumrah and India as well, like only thing is we got the help in the first 15 to 20 overs. Until that only. उसके बाद कुछ help नहीं मिला. It became just too easy for batting, and वही problem वही हुआ कि the toss was very much important here.
Yeah, right. And let me take you to the top performers of the first inning and the second inning. So here, when we can see the first inning top performers on our screen, it's KL Rahul from Indian end when he scored 66 runs, and then Mitchell Starc from Australia's end taking 3 wickets by giving up 55 runs. Now, if we talk about the second innings, then Travis Head scored 137 runs. Huge applaud to this guy from the cricket fans, because the way he has played, this is something exceptional. And Jasprit Bumrah taking 2 wickets out of 43 runs. Now here comes the hard question, all the Indian fans, because we know it's not easy. It's not easy from here on. It's not going to be easy from here on. So we all are going to support our Indian team like before. And I'm gonna say this, that I really believe in my team, and I know one day or the other day we're gonna make it. But it is going to be hard for many cricketers, Vijay, if we talk about the Indian team specifically, because after the match as well, we saw many of them crying on the field. But if you talk about the players who are going to miss out the next edition of the World Cup, which player do you think from this 11 of the Indian, or maybe the squad, is not going to be the part of the another World Cup coming in 4 years?
I think definitely Rohit Sharma, because I think he's already 36 right now. So for the next one, he'll be 40. I don't think he'll be playing ODI cricket much. Maybe, I don't know, we might even see his retirement soon. So Rohit Sharma to definitely nahi rahenge. Virat Kohli ka, like, considering his fitness, whatever age he is at, he can play because he is very fit. But still, 4 years is a long time away. And maybe I think Shami ho sakta hai, the other one. But apart from them, all of them are quite young. So yeah, we might see many of these faces again. But again, I think World Cup ki to baat theek hai, but we have the Champions Trophy in 2025. So maybe India should be targeting that and should be thinking of the Champions Trophy now. Forget the World Cup because it's coming after 4 years. So पहले आप Champions Trophy की planning करें, फिर उसके बाद वर्ल्ड कप का कर सकते हैं. उसमें भी 2 साल का गैप है. So I think अभी काफी टाइम है उस चीज को. But हाँ, to answer your question, again, Rohit Sharma, I guess, Virat Kohli maybe, and probably Shami as well.
Right. So you can also tell us in the comment section which players do you think are not going to be the part of the next edition of the ODI World Cup. Let me take you to the social tracker as well. I have got 2 tweets to show you. Number 1, Steve Smith did not review this in the World Cup final, what is going on. And we do remember this moment when Steve Smith was batting, and there was like a appeal for his wicket, and he did not review it because he was not out at that time. And we all were like so happy when he got out. But when we get to know that the wicket has gone in favor of India, but Steve Smith review nahi kiya, I think it's not just Virat Kohli's brain fade, but another brain fade moment for Steve Smith as well. Because हमने उनको देखा भी, usually he is too into his game that he forgets some of the calls that he should have taken. But how do you take this vision?
I think he was very much influenced by what Travis had said to him at that stage. वो ऐसा दिख रहा था जिस तरह से visuals थे कि he was asking him, और उन्हीं के वजह से he didn't take the call, and that's why he walked away. तो मेरे ख्याल से काफी इन्फ्लुएंस था उसमें ट्रेविस हेड का. बट काफी सरप्राइजिंग था कि द वे द बॉल पिच्ड एंड हिट, जिस तरह से लग रहा था, वो क्लियरली लग रहा था कि आउटसाइड ऑफ इम्पैक्ट हुआ होगा. एंड वो रिप्लेस ने जब शो किया, एंड इट वाज वेरी मच क्लियर. बट अगेन ट्रेन फेड मोमेंट फ्रॉम स्टीव स्मिथ, एंड from what we saw, he was it seems he was influenced by Travis Head there.
Right. And let me take you to another tweet of the segment where we can see Virat Top's toys record are meant to be broken. He's breaking his own records. 5 consecutive 50-plus scores in a single ICC men's ODI edition. And we can see Steve Smith doing that in 2015. Virat Kohli done that in 2019. Shreyas Iyer in 2023. And Kumar Sangakkara in 2015. And now again Virat Kohli with 5 consecutive 50-plus score. I think this is going to haunt a little bit to Virat Kohli as well, because he has done so well in the tournament and tried breaking the records as well and winning the match. But at the end of the day, the trophy did not come our ways, and Australia did it. It is going to definitely very, very painful for Rohit Sharma itself, because we all know the heartbreak of 2019 when he scored 5 centuries back to back. And we do remember that picture of him when he was at the pavilion and just simply lying down towards the floor, towards the wall, and then he was just, I don't know, he was in pure pain. And now again, he was doing all for the country. He's scoring runs, not thinking about the milestones, not thinking about the 50s and 100s about it. Just scoring runs, giving good start. Today as well he has done, but nothing has come for India in favor today, at least in this edition. Now, I don't have much to discuss about it. I'm sure there's more and more reactions to come upon. We will definitely follow it up. Tomorrow we'll be back and discuss more and more cricket. तब तक आप देखते रहिए CricTrackers English.